Hi, I'm Jillian Davis, and I'm the Animal Forest Curator at Towne Landing. Come spend the morning with me. Okay, so yeah, this is Mahi Mahi, and the otters love it, and so I train with it. And I will take you behind the scenes and we'll train in a little bit. But we have 4 males, and they're each kind of at a different level in training, so we'll see what they'll do for us today. Okay, so this is our 4 boys I was telling you about in the kitchen. So on this side we have Ollie and Ozzy, and then over here we have Edgar and Elroy. They do not cohabitate together. We keep them separated, not so much because of fighting, it's just size-wise. Elroy is our smallest, and he just gets really overwhelmed when the big guys want to play with him. There's, play hard kind of a mentality with them. So we have to keep them separated. So they swap sides on who goes out. So, one day it'll be this group that goes outside and this group stays in. So they do swap things. So everybody has a fair amount of time outside. So when they first come into an exhibit, they get eyes on the animal first before we start anything. We want to make sure everybody's where they're supposed to be and everybody looks well and healthy, and everybody's here, and I've got a head count on all 4. So then the next step is making sure everybody stays where they're supposed to be. We do a double check, even though the keeper who worked last night with a check mark, we check them again, just because we don't want any surprises when we get here. So we do another check, everything looks good, so we can start our morning, which is husbandry, which involves giving them their AM diet and cleaning, and then we'll put somebody on their food together. So let's just start that. And you'll see me lock and unlock a lot of locks today. We'll go through a lot of gates today. It's very monotonous, but it's for everybody's safety. Keepers, visitors, animals included. Somebody needs to So their breakfast consists of smelt. Their PM diet is a little different. It's smelt with a commercially made raw meat. So they'll get that tonight for dinner. But their breakfast is just smelt and a smaller meatball of that carnivore diet. Step around here, trying to empty the pool. And do both of them. Fresh water every day. Alright, we've got the little guy in the head, now we move on to the bigger boy. right, now let's go clean the yard while they're having their breakfast. We can take care of that for them. Don't mind our Halloween. Pretty much what we've got going on here. I like to have some fun with people. So when we come out in the yard, what we're checking for is just making sure that there's no down branches or trees that could assist them with like some type of escape. Making sure everything is safe for them, is clean for them, and just, you know, we normally every other day, except for Mondays, of course, when you're here, we do enrichment every day for them, and if you're not familiar with enrichment, it is something that will provide a stimulus, like a scent, a new food they don't normally get, a sound, almost like a toy for your dog, in a sense. So in here we would do, we would sprinkle a scent down that's like a predator scent. So it would stimulate them like they're in the wild, and they would have to, you know, find the smell and react to it. Or we would put anything in the water that they would have to manipulate, some type of puzzler that they can get fish out of, you know, things like that. So today we don't do it. Mondays we normally lean upon as our disinfection day. But every other day when you come out to the zoo, you'll see something new in the yard, just to keep it fresh and new for them often. So. Target. Up. Up. Target. Up. So here I'm trying to train him into this PVC sleeve to get him used to being up against the fence for veterinary purposes. Our vet can come in and do some type of, you know, injection if needed, blood draw if needed. So that's what the sleeve's purpose is. Up. Target. Up. The up behavior is just encouraging him to stand on his feet so the vet can look at all of his paws better should there be an injury. Target. All gone. All right, come on, Elroy. Up. Down. And earlier in the kitchen, I said, you know, they were at different levels. You could see with Edgar, he was not trained to go down when I said to. He just went down on his own. We're still learning that. See, Edgar knows, or Elroy knows to stay up until I instruct him to stay down. Down. Up. Down. Good boy. The whistle blast just lets him know that he did the behavior correctly and a treat is on the way. He's going to go to 2. Good boy. Target. All gone. I have to check on these pumps real fast before we move on. Yeah, so just like a pool has pumps to maintain it, we've got it for the Otter exhibit. So we have 3 of the filters and 2 pumps that run both pools separately. And so keepers have to come in every day and check to make sure it's all functioning correctly and change the filters, clean the filters. And that's what I'm going to do right now is just check the basket real quick and make sure it's good. We also have 2 UV sterilizers that are hooked up to the pool. It helps with algae control because you can't use chemicals with the otters like you can a pool. And it looks pretty good. There's not much in there today. All right, we'll move on to the tortoises and the skunks. So that's Poppy there. We have 2 females and a male. We are training them to use these, you might actually recognize them, they're microchip stations, so they don't steal each other's food. So we're in the process of training them for this. So they're all microchipped, and hopefully over time they will only be able to access the station that's assigned to them. We're in the early process of training them. We're just getting them used to what they look like for right now. It'll also keep the tortoises from stealing their food too. Let's say hello to everybody. Good morning, everybody. So Poppy, Petunia, and Einstein is the male. And you can see one tortoise over in the corner, that's Leo. And the other one under the log is Raphael. He's going to come over for his food. Slowly. Yeah. So this exhibit's pretty easy. This one is normally maintained by volunteers a lot of the time. Oh, I took your job from you, Andy. Yeah, sure. All right. We're going to go in here just for a second. We have a protocol called Second Pair of Eyes, which means a keeper did this exhibit and a second keeper will go in and just check all the locks and make sure they're all locked for just safety reasons. All right, so these are all locked and good, so we'll move on to the next exhibit. Okay, so let's go over and meet the bears. Actually, yeah, I was gonna say I brought stuff to train them too. All right, since he needs to go out in the yard, we'll go ahead and train Tupelo really fast, and then we'll walk the yard together. So this is Tupelo the black bear. He's our oldest bear out of the three. And I'm gonna do a training session with him. You'll see me do some neck rotations. He's trained to kind of shake a head no and shake a head yes. We just wanna make sure he has neck mobility for medical reasons. And he'll do some target training. Target. Target. Good boy. Target. Target. All gone. So this is our female Georgia, and you can tell significantly she's so much smaller than the males. She's about 200 pounds, whereas our biggest boy here is 600 pounds, and Tupelo is roughly about 430 pounds. She's our newest bear, so there's not a lot of behaviors that she quite knows yet. She does targeting. She will follow a keeper from point A to point B, and she has learned to step on a scale, but she doesn't do any of the yes and no behaviors yet. Target. 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 Good girl. All gone. Thank you. We might wait on him because he's still eating breakfast. So you and I will go in the yard real quick and we'll do a check like we did at Otter. Let me grab his breakfast so I can put it out. And just like Otter, we're just checking perimeter fencing, making sure everything is intact. There you go, big guy. All right, time to clean. So this is longtime volunteer Randy. Been with us 19 years and he's helping me clean the bear exhibit today. That we disinfect every Monday instead of doing enrichment. This is what our focus is, just disinfecting everything. We didn't do it at Otter because they did it for me yesterday, but in case you're wondering what this extra step is that we're about to do. This has to sit for 10 minutes before we can just hose it all clean. So we'll go busy ourselves with something else real quick. Yes, so here we are inside the Red Wolf exhibit. We are cleaning the yard, and again, you can see that zookeeping is a lot of repetition. We are in the yard again, checking the perimeter fencing, making sure everything is intact and safe for the animals. And this is Redford and Ferdy, our pair that we hope will breed and contribute to the SSP. So they belong to the SSP, which is a species survival plan. So we work really closely with U.S. Fish and Wildlife to be a part of that breeding efforts. This is our female stalking away over there, and our male Redford in the back perimeter. All right, domestics.
Domestics.
So we're, yeah, really. So we're at Domestics. It's all livestock that the settlers would have brought with them, or would have had once they were here in Charlestown. And I will introduce you to everybody once we go inside. This is Ritzy, so I'll get her in. Good morning, Ritzy.
Come on, madam.
Hello, hello.
There's my third sheep.
One more coming.
Sheep. Sheep.
All right, come on, Trisket. Come on. Good girl. So you saw me bring Ritzy in, and this is Trisket. They are cracker cows. Right now I'm just doing some contact touching just to get her used to it for veterinary procedures. So she doesn't mind me touching her hooves, manipulating ears. We are also in the process of getting her to lift up her hooves for hoof care. So I always come prepared with some snacks in my pocket. Let's see if she'll do it. Come on, girl. Let's lift that up. No lifting today. She says, I just want to eat. When she doesn't want to do it, she's not going to do it. All right, good girl. So we're in the process of getting this exhibit. It looks a little historical, so it looks like a homestead. We had the Citadel cadets come out 2 weeks ago, and they've laid the lapboard on the cow paddock. And we're going to work our way to the sides and add some shuttered windows. We added the barrels in last week. Hopefully next spring we can add some trees because it is quite barren. But that's what happens when you have sheep, goats, cows, and a hog that just destroys anything that's green. So we hope to include that in the springtime with the help of some Eagle Scouts to build some planters for them. Everything in here is actually volunteer made. These stocks and the well were made by Eagle Scouts. Like I said, the Citadel cadets helped with the cow paddock, and the older structures where the hog resides and this feed shed here was by the Navy, the local Navy helped us with that. So that's it for our morning husbandry of domestics. I'll come back later this afternoon and do a training session with Madam and do a second hay drop because, as you can see, there's not a lot of greenery in the exhibit, so we have to provide foraging for these foraging animals. So we do multiple hay drops throughout the day. And Madam is also trained to paint. We offer a Picasso program where she'll paint with children, and you could take home her painting as well as your painting that you do with her. And we'll shoot to the gift shop and we'll show you some of her completed artwork. I say we'll go back and do dishes, but Randy's probably waiting on us. He usually does the dishes. So I'm getting pumpkins ready for tomorrow. This is going to be their enrichment for Halloween. As I explained in the otter habitat, we do enrichment nearly almost every single day. So we prepare it the day before for the incoming zookeepers, just to make it easy. We keep track of it on a calendar, just so we know what we've done, so we don't repeat anything, because it's not quite enrichment if they do it multiple days in a row. So we will be adding pumpkins to the board for everybody for tomorrow. And so it'll just go all the way down because everybody's getting it in honor of Halloween. And here's our diet board where we keep track of everything per individual animal. I work closely with our staff veterinarian to make sure every animal, not just species, but every individual animal, their diet is specific for them. That includes supplements and everything they need to stay healthy. In addition to typical management duties like staff scheduling and budgeting, I'm also responsible for data entry of every individual animal within the animal forest. This includes all their medical records and daily reports from zookeepers. I do this data entry into the software called Animal Care Software, and it's specifically designed for zoos. All right, so we're entering the elk exhibit, and Clark's over here in the corner. And yet again, we are checking perimeters, making sure everything is safe. We are checking waters and making sure they are clean. And checking on the animal. He is showing his teeth at us. Looks like he's been sparring with some branches. He is in rut, which is why he is separated from the bison herd. Normally they coexist together. And I'm just going to sweep this concrete pad. Yeah, typically they have access to both sides of the exhibit. But while Clark is in rut, we have to keep him isolated. So we have 5 female bison. So we're inside the deer exhibit right now. We are moving pretty slow because they are not used to the sound of this vehicle yet. They will grow used to it, but as of right now, they're quite skittish, so we want to move at a slow pace. You can see them already there. Hey, you all right? Always good to have snacks in your pocket. Thanks for spending the morning with me. Hope to see you at Charlestown Landing soon. Bye!